people, this is Patricia once again on your screen. I hope you enjoyed our last video. If you haven't subscribed to our page, please just click on the subscription button and then click on the notification bell. We are always here at Heartland Farm to give you the best. So today we'll be talking about ammonia buildup in poultry farming. That is the topic for today. I hope we can do justice to this topic today and we will be able to satisfy your curiosity. Ammonia buildup is when the poultry develops a high concentration of ammonia in their body. That is the poultry beds. We are talking about the beds now, the poultry beds. Ammonia gas is being produced or generated during the breeding of chicks, primarily due to the breakdown of manure and bedding materials. This process is being facilitated by the microbial activities in the litter. Here is a more detailed explanation. Number 1, manure production. Chicks produce droppings which contains uric acid. Number 2, microbial breakdown. Bacteria in the litter convert uric acid in the manure into ammonia through a process called ammonification. Number 3, moisture and temperatures. High moisture levels and warm temperatures in the brooding environment promotes microbial activities, increasing the rate of ammonia production. Number 4, bedding materials. The type and condition of bedding materials, in brackets litter, can also affect ammonia levels. For example, wet, compacted or soil beddings contribute to higher ammonia production. So therefore, we as farmers or brooders or keepers should provide proper ventilations, regular cleaning and maintaining dry beddings, which is very essential to control ammonia levels in brooding areas, ensuring a healthier environment for our chicks. What is ammonia that we are talking about? Ammonia is a strong scented gas. The odor that we perceive that comes out from the feces of our beds, that's the bed poop. When we are talking about getting the ammonia gases, it comes out from their poop. That is when you perceive it. It comes if you have been in a poultry pen and it's concentrated, you will find out that once the poop comes out and mixed with whatever you are using as the litter on the floor, which is the sawdust or the straws or the wood shavings, once it is mixed and it is stuck to the floor of the pen, there is a particular odor, scent, is gaseous in nature, that comes out from that pen. Then you will know that your beds are in danger. This ammonia we are talking about, it's very dangerous to the beds. It can affect them and make you lose a lot of beds. We can incur losses from ammonia buildup in our pens. Let us move to the key effects. Let us see some key effects, some vital key effects that can affect our beds when there is ammonia buildup. Number 1 key effect is the respiratory issues. We talk about their respiratory issue because if there is ammonia buildup, the gas emitted from the litters mixed with the sawdust or whatever you're using as your floor litter, and it can affect their respiratory system. Just like humans, when they are exposed to dust, for those who are allergic to dust, they develop a respiratory tract infection. Same with the poultry beds. They can easily be infected respiratory. That is why you create enough ventilations for them, so that try as much as possible to remove your cobwebs also from your pens, in order for the beds to have good breathing environment to stay. Because once there is respiration issues with them, it can cause their respiratory distress and tracheitis and increase exposure to respiratory infections. Number 2, eye irritation. Ammonia can cause eye irritation leading to conjunctivitis and potential blindness in poultry farm. When you are taking care of your birds, you can notice most times that the eye begins to swell up, just like humans develop conjunctivitis during the dusty time, when we say, oh, this is the windy season or the dry season, well, as we call it in most part of the world. That is how animals can also develop conjunctivitis, which in animals we can also call it coryza. You'd see that their eyes become swollen, and in the course of getting swollen, they develop pus. You come the next day, you see some whitish things blocking the eye. If not treated immediately, you discover that they lost the eye. Just like we attack conjunctivitis in human beings, that is how we effectively treat the eye irritation in our animals. Here at Heartland Farm, we don't give space for that. You come to our farm, you will see our animals looking very healthy and well taken care of. Number 3 key factor is reduced growth and feed efficiency. Even in humans, I think this ammonia buildup, we should take it very serious, especially for our brooding birds and then our laying birds, those ones inside the pens, because it's very, very dangerous to their health. There is always reduced growth. If you notice, most people trying to brood, you see that some birds grow and some are still stunted. Even in humans, we have them too. We have some stunted people who are not, we call them malnourished or not well-fed people, while we have some very healthy humans. That is how animals are too. So once there is ammonia build-up in their system, because it's coming out from their body, it mixed with the air. It's also mixed in their poo. The poo mixed with the litter on the floor, which it can be your sawdust, your straws, and your wood shavings. Then once it is mixed up and there is build up in it, it starts emitting some gaseous scents, some gaseous odors, which is not healthy to our birds. So once you want to avoid that, you try as much as possible to monitor your birds effectively. Most times you check up on them, you check, because there is decreased growth and feed efficiency when we are sick. Let us ask ourselves, can I eat comfortably? No. So if your birds are having ammonia issues, they will not be able to eat. Most times you see some people looking very dull. They become dull. They don't look active. So you just notice in birds too, once there is ammonia buildup, you see the birds, they become dull. They are not effective. Their growth is reduced, and then they don't eat. You put feed down, you go, you come back, they have not still eaten. Most times we check them, we lift them up, we try as much as possible to see if they are very okay. So try as much as possible to avoid this, for you to be able to have healthy birds. Number 4 is decreased immune function. Ammonia buildup in our birds can cause them to be weakened. Their immune system will be down, totally down. You see, they will be looking down. They won't be able, if it is the layers, they won't be able to lay eggs. If it is the cockerels, you see them covering up. You see, in any bird, whether the turkeys, they won't be doing well. It's like humans. Once you have decrease in immune function, you become dull. You see, your immune system becomes disorganized. That is how the birds also feel. There is decrease in their immune system. It makes birds exposed. You see, once your immune system as a human is not built up well, properly built up, you find out that you are exposed to infections. Anything can happen. Same with our birds. So we treat our birds at Heartland Farm like humans, because talking to you is a community health extension worker, what we call a community nurse. So we take care of our birds like humans. We make sure they are well taken care of. Why? Because we value them. If their immune system is not well built up, you find out that there is decrease in growth, they are exposed to infection, there is loss. We incur losses. So that is why we take good care of our birds. And then number 5, skin and foot problems. you start finding that you find out that their skin becomes irritated. Once they are exposed to ammonia, that's prolonged exposure to ammonia can cause dermatitis and foot path lesions, affecting the birds and their comfort, their mobility and their comfort. You see? So that is why you keep checking on them. Most times we walk into our pens, we lift our beds up, we check their skins, we check their underfoot to make sure that they are very okay. Number 6, let's talk about the behavioral changes in our birds when exposed to prolonged or high levels of ammonia. When you see your birds looking stressed and there is reduction in their activeness, even as humans, when we become sick, let's tell ourselves the truth. There is decrease in your activity. You become dull. You're not ready to even participate in any activities at all. Most times we take sick leaves. Why? Because we want to just be secluded to ourselves. Same with the birds. Once you notice that there is reduced activity in them and they look stressed, there's stress on their faces, that is when you know that they have been exposed to high level of ammonia in the pens. Because at that point, when you get close to a bird or an animal, you find out that they become very aggressive. That is another thing. It becomes stressed and aggressive. There's reduction in their activities and it causes aggression in them. Number 7, one of the key effects of ammonia buildup in poultry houses, we talk about decreased egg production and quality. You find out that if you are dealing with layers, in laying eggs, ammonia exposure can lead to total decline in egg production. The quality of eggs, including issues like thinner shells. You see, the quality, the size, everything will reduce. Then the quantity will also reduce. If you were getting like 3, 5, 6 crates or 20 crates in a day, you find out that throughout a day, you are getting like 1 crate or maybe half. Whenever you enter your pen to pick up eggs, you become discouraged because you say, what's happening to? Just check your environment. You open your nostrils, like start your breathing exercise and confirm if those gaseous emission, you can feel them. You can feel them. You can be sensitive to smell. Once you enter, like if I just come to work, most times I enter my pens. Once I begin to perceive those gaseous odors, I just immediately pick up my shovels and you see I start moving them. We start cleaning immediately. We don't give that space. Most times that is what you should be very, very, very sensitive about. You should be very, very observant. In order not to have decrease in egg production and quality, you have to make sure your pen is always ready, especially the laying beds. Make sure that you make them very, very ready for them so that they can lay and then you can be very satisfied to present your eggs to your buyers. Then number 8, which is the last point in this topic, we talk about increased mortality. Severe and prolonged exposure to high ammonia level can increase mortality rate of poultry birds. You see, in poultry farming, what a farmer dreads most is gathering loss, because we are using money to buy these birds. Most people spend a lot to buy feed, and then at the end of the day, you come the next day, you open your pen and you see them lying down. Oh, how will you feel? So we try as much as possible not to allow this kind of event to occur, because we will not feel comfortable. We'll feel discouraged to even continue our poultry business. It's not funny at all. So we try as much as possible to prevent so many of these occurrences so that we can have effective poultry farms, and we will be very satisfied with ourselves that yes, we have reached the top. So people, to prevent these effects, of ammonia buildup in our beds and to stop losses in our poultry farm, we have to provide crucial maintenance of proper ventilation, manage litter conditions effectively, and monitor ammonia levels regularly in our poultry farms. In that way, you see, we have just prevented losses so that our birds will be healthy. When presenting our birds to people for buying, we will be able to comfortably say this bird is a healthy bird I am giving you. Or when we are even giving out, for some of us, like some consumers will come around and say, you people should give me birds to eat. You will be so proud to present your birds. Then is it in the eggs? You see, when they take your birds home and then they finish preparing it, they will see enough meat and there won't be any cause for alarm. Then when it is egg production, you are proud to call buyers to come over and say, come to my farm, I have quality eggs and good eggs for your consumptions. So let us try as much as possible as poultry farmers to maintain cleanliness, hygiene, good hygiene system, because it will go very far to promote our poultry farms and it will help our productions, it will help in our advertisement. We will not just be saying it without doing it. I'm going to take you on a tour one of these days of our poultry pens so that you see how we equip and we keep them. You have to provide everything providable, everything necessary. Unnecessary procedures must be carried out in order to ensure that you maintain a very healthy poultry farm. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to our pages. We are on YouTube, we are on WhatsApp, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook. You know your subscription means a lot to us. And then don't also forget to join our WhatsApp group. I plead with you. Just click on our notification bells and whenever we post our videos, you will be notified and then you will be happy to watch and learn more. I am learning a lot from this. I believe someone somewhere is learning a lot from this. Thank you. See you next time.